A British woman who claims to have been in a relationship with controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate told the BBC that he first encouraged her to work for his webcam company, but then he became controlling and abusive. It's incredibly difficult because I don't feel like a victim. I took every decision of my own volition. He did not place me in a bag, load me onto the back of the truck, and drive me there, says Sophie. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at Andrew Tate's ex reveals that he was violent and coercive. Yeah, you heard it right. But he knew what he was doing. At what point does the emotional and psychological manipulation turn into being forced to do something? Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are detained in Romania while authorities investigate charges of rape and human trafficking. Police have termed this technique the Loverboy method. The victims were then coerced or persuaded into working in the chat rooms for adult amusement. Sophie, a fictitious name, claims that this is precisely what occurred to her. She's currently assisting the prosecution with their investigation. She stated on BBC Radio 4's File on 4 that Tate contacted her out of the blue on Facebook and he was really charming. She explains, "He tricked me into believing that he was someone that I could trust and who honestly desired to create a relationship with me." According to her, their interactions were typical of people getting to know one another, with no red signals. After conversing with him online, she agreed to visit his residence in Bucharest, the capital of Romania. She explains, "I was at a point in my life where everything felt a bit monotonous, and the concept of an adventure looked appealing." As their love progressed, Sophie made frequent trips to Romania to visit Tate. He informed her that he wanted her to be his girlfriend, but he quickly began to ask her to work for him. "Many times he told me, you should do it because you'd make a fortune, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I earn plenty of money," Sophie says. Yet, he constantly reminded me that the option existed, which evolved into, "If you love me, you would do it. If you care about me, you'd do it. We can make so much money." Over time, he gradually persuaded me to consider, maybe he's correct, perhaps I should be doing it. Sophie had already worked in the adult entertainment industry, so she was receptive to the proposal, but she claimed that she felt pressured and feared losing him if she refused. Tate outlines how he ran his webcam company on a page that has since been removed from his website. His account echoes Sophie's in many respects. He characterizes his occupation as to meet a woman, go on several dates, and sleep with her. "Want her to fall so deeply in love with me that she'll do everything I ask." The video continues, "and then get her on webcam so that we can both get wealthy." In the decade he claims to have operated a studio, he claims that more than half of his staff were his girlfriends, none of whom were previously employed in the adult entertainment sector. The account of Sophie contradicts this. Sophie reports earning approximately £800 for 6 hours of labor, of which Tate would retain 50%. According to industry representatives in Romania, this is not uncommon for webcam studios. Sophie claims that Tate's behavior towards her deteriorated over time. She asserts that he grew increasingly controlling, imposing monetary fines if she left the house without his consent, and violent. "There was some discord, he held me against the wall, smacked me quite hard, and then said, 'You whore,'" she asserts. She said that rough sex became something to which she had not consented to. The majority of the violence was sexual, which is something that he enjoys. He enjoys feeling entirely in charge of the women and as though he could instantly end her life. This is a major sexual arousal for him. She elucidates, "I was so determined to make him happy and to please him. In retrospect, he strangled me to the point where I fainted once, and I believe he panicked because he realized that he had gone too far." The BBC has viewed and listened to the messages and audio recordings sent by Tate to Sophie that appear to substantiate her assertions of controlling behavior. Sophie claims that she eventually ended the relationship after realizing that constantly feeling inferior to him was not acceptable. "I realized that I could no longer live like that and that it was abnormal. I had to get away from that immediately," she elucidates. "I recall being so overwhelmed at work, I'd never experienced such gloom before." Tate was a very complex individual who projected a radically different persona online, where he's notorious for his high-volume rants, frequently videotaped while smoking a cigar or surrounded by his supercars. He's very manipulative, he totally lacks any kind of empathy, he's a narcissist, he's like that 100%, she says. "I do not believe that he's emotionally capable of feeling love for anyone or anything, including his family or his brother. There's nothing. In the area of our brains where we experience love, compassion, and empathy, there is a void and nothing else." The BBC submitted these charges to Tate via his attorney, but Matea Petrescu, who handles media inquiries for the Tate brothers, stated that they would not comment. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.